Adventure of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain Romance Simplified English Series Read by Kotchakorn Seehanam Chapter 23 Track the Money. Tom has a fearful dream that night. As he lay next morning, recalling the details, he noted that they seemed curiously far away and unreal. Then it occurred to him that the great adventure itself must be a dream. These uncertainties must be swept away. He would have a hurried breakfast and fried Huck. Huck was sitting on the edge of a boat and doing every miserable. Hello, Huck. Hello, Tom. Silent for a minute, Tom. If we would left the tools at the dread tree, we would have got the money. Oh, aren't we lucky? It's not a dream, then. Dream? I have had horrible dreams all night with that Spanish devil searching us all. Thought them. Curse them. Don't curse him. Find him. Track the money. Tom will never find him, and I would be frightened to die if I did see him. Well, so would I, but I would like to see him and track him through his number two. Number two, yes, that's it. I have been thinking about that, but it's a mystery to me. What do you think it is? I don't know. It's too difficult. I say, Huck, perhaps it's the number of a house. No, Tom, that isn't it. If it's not, in this one hot town, there aren't any money number here. Well, that's so. Let me think a minute. I know it's the number of a room in and in. I'm sure you have got it. There are only two in. We can find out quickly. Wait here, Huck, till I come back. Tom was out at once. He did not care to have Huck's company in public place. He was away half an hour. He found out that in the battle, in number two had long been cultivated by a young Roger, and was still cultivated in the other in number two was Amity, the innkeeper's young son. Said that it was kept locked all the time and that he never saw anybody go into it or come out of it except at night. He had noted that there was a light in the room the night before and expanded the mystery by suggesting that it was haunted. That's what I have found out, Huck. I think that's the very number two we are afraid. I think it's Tom. Now, what are you going to do? Let me think. Tom thought for a long time. Then he said, I will tell you. The back door of that number two is in the little rain behind the inn. Now, you get all the door key that you can find, and I will take Aunt. And the first dark night, we will go there and try them, and remember to keep a lookout for a Skinjo because he says he was going to spy Ralph one more for a chance to get his revenge. If you see him, just follow him. If he doesn't go to that number two, that isn't the place. Good heaven, I don't want to follow him by myself. Why? It will be nice. He might never see you, and if he did, perhaps he would never suspect anything. Well, if it's really dark, I will follow him. Well, I don't know. All right, I will try. Believe me, I will follow him. It's dark. Huck, why he might be going straight to that money. That's so, Tom. That's so. I will follow him. I will. I swore I will. Now that's the way to talk. Don't you ever weaken, Huck, and I won't. So that night Tom and Huck went about the neighborhood of the inn until after 9, one watching the rain at a distance and the other the indoor. Nobody entered the race or left it. Nobody at all while the Spanish entered or left the indoor. So Tom went home, having agreed that if the night was very dark, Huck was to come and meow. Then Tom would slip out and try the key, but the night was clear and Huck ate his watch and retired to bed in an empty barrel. About midnight on Tuesday, the boys had the same bed drug and one on Wednesday also. However, Thursday night seemed more promising. Tom slept out with his aunt on tin lamp tower to cover it with. He hid the lamp in Huck's barrel and the watch began. An hour before midnight, the inn, coast and its dry, were put out. No Spanish had been seen. Nobody had entered or left the rain. Everything was favorable. All was in darkness, and the perfect stillness was interrupted only by occasional muttering of distant thunder. Tom got his lamp, dipped it in the barrel, and wrapped its cord in the towel, and the two adventurers caved in the gloom towards the inn. Huck stood on guard, and Tom felt his way into the rain. Huck was full of electricity. Was he read? Suddenly there was a flash of light, and Tom came flying past him. Run for your life, he gasped. Run for your life. He need not have repeated it. Once was enough. Huck was traveling 30 or 40 miles an hour before the repetition was out of Tom's mouth. The boy did not stop till they reached a ditch at the wrong edge of the village. Just as they got inside, the rain poured down. As soon as Tom got his breath, he said, "Huck, it was awful. I tied two of the keys just as softly as I could, but they wouldn't turn in the rock." Well, without noticing what I was doing, I took hold of the door handle, and the door came open. It was locked. I caved in and shook off the towel and then, "Go on." "What happened, Tom?" "Huck, I almost stepped on Redskin Joe's hand." "No." "Yes." He was laying there, fast asleep on the floor, with his arms spread out. "Good heavens! What did you do? Did he wake up?" "No, he never moved." "Dang, I think I just snapped up that towel and ran." "I would never have thought of the towel." "Well, I would. My aunt would skin me alive if I wrote it." "I say, Tom, did you see that box?" "Huck, I didn't wait to look loud. I didn't see the box. I didn't see the cost. I didn't see anything except a bottle and a tin cup on the floor beside Ray's skin door." "Yes, and I saw two barrels and many more bottles in the room. Don't you see? Now, what's wrong with that haunted room?" "What?" "Why, it's haunted with drink. They pretend they don't sell things there." "Who would have thought such a thing?" "But I say, Tom, now is a good time to get that box. If Redskin Joe drank it, you tie it." "Huck, sure." "Well, no, I don't think I will, and I think not. Huck, only one bottle. Besides, Redskin Joe isn't enough. If there were tea, I would do it." There was a long pause of thought, and then Tom said, "Look here, Huck. Let's not try anymore until we know Redskin Joe not there." It's too frightful. If we ride every night, we will be absolutely sure to see him go out sometime or other. Then he will snap that Bob Killer then right night. Alright, I will ride the whole night, and I will do it every night too. If you will do the other parts of the job, I will. All you have got to do is to come round to the house and meow. And if I'm asleep, throw some stone off at the window and that will bring me out. Now, Huck, the storm over and I will go home. It will be daylight in a couple of hours. If I don't want you in the daytime, Huck, I will let you sleep. I won't come round and worry you. If you see that something happening in the night, just come round and meow.